जय माता चरणम शरणम रमांबिके चरणम शरणम त्रयंबके. Humble prostrations at the lotus feet of Divine Mother Sri Ramadevi. Salutations to all. Through the divine teachings in Ambrosia, Divine Mother Sri Ramadevi imparts not just religious beliefs but the eternal truth of BRIMAVIDYA. The culture of Bharat is built on three pillars: the knowledge of reality, BRIMAVIDYA, the science of union, Yoga Shastra, and the preceptorial tradition, Guru Parambara. Mother says this culture is not external, it flows in your veins and is in the marrow of your bones. It lies hidden behind the faults of ignorance, avidya. Our goal is to pierce these layers and contact the divine within. Mother reminds us that Jnana Yoga is not an intellectual exercise but involves discrimination and deep introspection. In her words, only one with a musical ear can appreciate music. Similarly, only those with spiritual aptitude and shraddha can taste the nectar of BRIMAVIDYA. Consider this illustration. In a dark room, a rope is mistaken for a snake, causing fear. To remove this fear, one doesn't need to kill the snake, but simply light a lamp to see that it is a rope. Likewise, the lamp of wisdom removes the ignorance that makes us believe we are merely this mortal body. We then awaken as the immortal Atman. A revolutionary aspect of Mother's teaching is the sanctity of Grihasthashram. One need not renounce home for spirituality. Mother teaches, exalt your home as the outer symbol of the inmost shrine, the heart. When the Lord dwells within, the home becomes a temple. Every act, be it cooking or raising children, should be transformed into an offering to God. When service and love prevail, your home becomes a heaven of holiness. Only when we drop selfishness can we truly grasp the greatness of the ancient Rishi's wisdom. According to Mother, Grihasthashram is a pilgrimage to the inner shrine. When Mother says the spiritual heart is the greatest shrine of God, she isn't offering a mere philosophical thought but a lived reality. While we seek the divine in distant rivers and mountain peaks, Mother reminds us that the supreme consciousness, Mahadeva, resides within the very core of our being, the place we point to when we say I. Self-contemplation, therefore, is the highest form of worship. There is a common misconception that spirituality requires renouncing home and family. Mother teaches us the opposite. Grihasthashram, the life of a householder, is a training ground for God realization. Your home is not just a structure, it is the outer manifestation of your inner shrine. I recall an old story of a man who approached a master wishing to renounce his family to find God. The master smiled and said, "Go back home, see your parents as God. See your children as the young Krishna. Serve them as if you are worshipping the divine. The man followed this path. Years later, he realized that the peace he found in selfless love at home was far deeper than the silence of the forest. Mother urges us to view our homes as a habitation for holiness. How do we transform a house into a heaven? It isn't through expensive furniture or grand architecture. Mother says, decorate it with the splendor of your vision, the purity of your insight, and the depth of your sympathy. Just as we keep every corner of our physical house clean, we must purify our thoughts and words. When food is cooked with the feeling that it is an offering to the divine, it becomes prasadam. When we forgive those who hurt us, our home transforms into a temple. If Mahadeva is the consciousness within us, then every action performed with that awareness becomes a form of meditation. Holiness is not something to be imported from the outside. It is inherent in the self. When we mold our lives in devotion to this higher self, our mundane existence becomes a mystic communion. Let our homes not be mere shelters, but heavens of holiness. Where love and truth reside, the divine naturally dwells. May Mother's words guide our path. While yoga implies union in Mother's Advaitic vision, there are no two entities to unite. God and the individual self are one. The deepest significance of our notion I is the Supreme Self. When a river reaches the ocean, it ceases to be a river. It becomes the ocean. Similarly, when the Ubadhis like body, mind, and intellect are transcended, the individual realizes their Shiva nature. True yoga happens when the ego is eradicated and latent impressions are attenuated. This is achieved not just through physical postures, but through constant inquiry and total surrender. The four concepts Mother teaches: God as the impersonal truth, as all pervading power, as the inner self, and as the deity in a form, are all paths to the same goal. Knowledge, devotion, and action must merge like the flow of a single river. God reveals Himself only in a pure heart. Therefore, purify the heart. See the world through the lens of love. Let us manifest this ancient culture through our lives. May Mother's grace be with all. Thank you. Charanam Sharanam Ramambige, Charanam Sharanam Trayambage. Jai Mata.